Good day everyone. On the 15th of June 2021, a pre-recorded Battlefield briefing video was released, and afterwards a recap was posted on the official Battlefield website. This is a breakdown of that information. Scale and Warfare. Multiplayer matches will feature up to 128 players on Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, PlayStation 5 and PC. On Xbox One and PlayStation 4, it will be limited to 64 players. There are three distinct multiplayer experiences, the first one being All-Out Warfare, which consists of Conquest and Breakthrough. With an increased map scale, Conquest matches now contain multiple smaller areas called sectors, and each of these sectors contains several control points. This is to ensure there are constant battles happening all over the map. AI soldiers will be introduced to the game to allow players to play Battlefield 2042 in a few different ways at any time. In multiplayer, the AI soldiers will fill up the server to ensure matches are full. This is handy in locations where it can be difficult to find full servers, especially later on in game's life cycle, such as Australia and South Africa. Co-op allows you to play together with friends against AI soldiers, and solo will allow you to play alone against AI soldiers. This will be perfect if you want to test out weapons and abilities before jumping into a multiplayer game. The two other multiplayer experiences, one called Hazard Zone, will be shown at EA Play Live on the 22nd of July, and the other one, whose name is yet to be released, will be shown later this year. Specialists. Specialists mark a change from loadouts of previous Battlefield games. Every specialist now has a specialty and trait that ties into their class of either Assault, Engineer, Recon, or Support. In this game, class types no longer restrict what weapons and equipment you can have in your loadout. For example, if you want to have an assault rifle with your Recon class, you can. You will also be able to customize the look of your specialist as well. There will be 10 specialists at launch, and the recap gave a closer look at 4 of them. Each one representing the different classes of Assault, Recon, Support, and Engineer. Maps. The recap briefly mentions that with the increase in the number of players, the maps have increased in size as well, and each map has been specifically designed to provide unique experiences. It goes on to say, here's a quick look at Breakaway, which is set on Antarctica. Tread carefully on this dynamic map, where oil extraction has turned the freezing area to a strategic hotspot. Take advantage of destructible fuel tanks and silos that create debris fields and permanent fires when destroyed. Could this be a clue to the Levolution where there will be a massive fire on this map? It would be rather interesting if that was the case. The Dynamic World. There will be massive events across the map, such as tornadoes and sandstorms, and in the pre-recorded briefing, it was mentioned that they will not follow a fixed path on each map. They might not even happen at all. This will force players to adapt even more so than before to unexpected events. The enhancement afforded by the new generation of console technology has allowed us to make the world of Battlefield bigger than ever before, says Daniel Berlin, design director. Dynamic events will constantly encourage players to adapt to situations and create those Battlefield moments we've come to know and love from the franchise. What other dynamic events will there be? We'll have to wait to find out. Weapons. Weapons can now be modified on the fly at any time in a match using the new Plus menu system. This will be vital when dealing with different situations, such as fighting on an open field utilizing long-range engagements, and then moving into a building and having to deal with close quarter battles. There are 4 categories you can customize: scopes, muzzles, magazines, and underbarrel attachments. Gadgets. There will be the classic gadgets we know and love, like the anti-tank mine and frag grenade, but there will be also new ones as well. Ranger, for the lack of a better description, is a robo-dog, a mechanized companion that will follow you into combat. Vehicles. Like any Battlefield game, vehicles are an essential part of the gameplay. New to Battlefield 2042 is the vehicle calling system, which allows you to airdrop vehicles to wherever you are on the map, instead of spawning into them. This will be handy if you find yourself out in the middle of nowhere. You can call in a vehicle and then move out instead of having to run for a long time. The recap also says it's going back to Battlefield's roots, where you once again can find vehicles on the battlefield, instead of activating them from the deploy screen. Live service. There was an emphasis during the pre-recorded briefing that they don't want to split the community with gameplay content, so all the new locations will be free for everyone. In the first year of service, the game will have 4 seasons. Each season will last about 3 months. Each season will have a battle pass consisting of 2 tiers, a free tier and a paid tier. All the gameplay hardware will be in the free tier, while the paid tier will consist of cosmetic items. And every season will also introduce a new specialist. And that is all they had in the briefing. Battlefield 2042 marks the start of a new journey for Battlefield and all-out warfare. More updates and reveals will come in the weeks and months ahead. That was a lot of information given to us. I personally am looking forward to this game. I like the idea of specialists and how weapons are no longer locked to the different classes. And I also like the plus menu system. Having the ability to change attachments on the fly will make you capable of dealing with more situations, instead of having to die and respawn with something different. Was there anything that stood out to you? Let me know in the comments. If you liked this video and want to see more, hit that like button to let me know. Also, click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to know when I post new videos. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next one.